I hope you're ready for this awesome two logos that you're going to get here.
Cryware? I never not ready for Cryware.
Sega and Obsidian together at last.
Wait, is this that Sonic ARPG I've been hearing about?
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's called Sonic Protocol.
Sonic Protocol, okay.
So this is Alpha Protocol. It's an RPG. We're going to be playing it on hard. It kind of plays like a shooter because it was made in the Mass Effect 1 engine, and people kind of think the people didn't really get it when it came out, but it's really awesome. The way that your choices affect the storyline in this game is like second to nothing but Deus Ex.
So this is first person?
No, it's third person.
Okay,
and
I saw martial arts, and I'm wondering.
Yeah, I showing off. There's 3 classes, and they start you off with a build, but there's also the choice of Freelancer, and Freelancer will start you off with 10 AP. Here's Freelancer, or 31 AP.
Build your own.
Yeah, and then you can just build however way you want. Stealth and pistols are absolutely the way to go if you want to play this game. I would put everything into stealth right away because it gets you the master awareness skill. So
now, does this do that Skyrim thing where you can walk in front of people with stealth, or does it focus more on line of sight?
It's more on line of sight. It's a more legit stealth experience, although we're going to be playing Recruit, and Recruit doesn't give you any starting skill points. There's ways to get starting skill points after, like, during the parts that we'll be playing through, but you don't get anything to start with. It's more fun this way, and you unlock Veteran, and Veteran starts with lots of skill points.
All right.
So if you beat it with Recruit, then you unlock the Veteran class, and then you can it's easier to do lots of subsequent playthroughs.
So this is going to be a no-death run, right?
I'm also playing it on hard. This is going to be an edit out all my shitty runs playthrough.
Okay.
I'll tell you where I fucked up though.
Sure.
So like stealth and pistols are the best. Sabotage has some good
Air traffic control, this is Alpha 254, requesting clearance for departure. Roger that. We are clear. Proceed to runway 5. الطيارة جاهزة للسفر. لازم نتحرك. نعم سيدي. Alpha 2, we are clear for departure. Please take it. سيدي، الاستخبارات والتجهيزات كاملة. ايوه، الصاروخ جاهز ومصلح. هلا تستنى الكلمة من شهيد.
If anyone is to blame for these events, Mr. Thornton, it is you. Alpha Protocol began here, after all.
They drugged me? Great. Now I'm gonna fail the next drug screening test. They could have just asked me to close my eyes.
All right, so we're going to get control here right away.
So this isn't after Fallen Sanity.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I don't actually know anything about After Fallen Sanity, though, so I'm probably not going to get the reference. Well, there's something vibrating, but I'm going to just take a look around the room, because I think this room is kind of cool. Here we go.
PDA. That's, yeah. My joke, yeah.
Yeah, is it going to work out? It's going to be a good reference. Okay, so this game is based on the 3 JBs. The X button will make you act like James Bond, the Y button will make you act like Jack Bauer, and the B button will make you act like Jason Bourne.
I wasn't sure how long you'd be under. Those tranquilizers wore off fast.
Ugh. Oh, I think I'm still coming down.
What?
Ugh, never mind. Just clearing my head.
The dose was pretty strong. I'm surprised you're even able to stand.
Who are you? Why did you drug me?
My name is Mina, and I didn't drug you. They did. They do it to everyone who arrives here, to protect the location.
Then I'm not sticking around for any more chemical therapy. I'm getting out of here.
And how do you propose to do that? You're locked in. There's a guard outside. Eventually he's going to come check on you. And when he does...
Can you distract the guard? Unlock the door.
I could. A glitch in the security panel in the hall outside might do it. As long as you don't make too much noise when you leave, you might take him by surprise while he's checking it.
That made it seem like she
Disabling
might
the
not.
security system now.
Yeah.
I could. I don't know.
I could help you out here,
Aren't
but...
you the spy?
Now, you'll notice I sneak my way out of here, and I should be able to sneak up on this guy, but he's positioned in such a way that you have to punch him, just so that they show you how punching works.
I like that, and that has the feel of CQC from Metal Gear.
Yeah.
It's nice and fast. It was fast. That's what I appreciate.
Yeah. Guys will block a lot, and you have to let them start their attack animation so you can interrupt it.
I like that. I like interrupts.
Yeah, so this is the first of the mini-games, like the hacking type mini-games.
Are you going to have to do some of these kind of under time limit?
Yeah, there is a time limit, and it's not too hard, but here on hard difficulty, it's a little tough sometimes.
I like the visual representation. I mean, it is just a hacking mini game, but it did look good.
There's 3 different versions, and we'll see all 3 in this tutorial area. Now this is where stealth counts.
I've got to say that not only did After Fall seem to rip this aesthetic off, but it made it look worse later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this like clean white facility where we are coming out of some sort of medical research thing and everything.
Well, I'm glad this game was influential on something, because it really should be influential on fucking everything. So yeah, we're gonna be trying to do stealth mostly because it's just more fun.
Now, did this only have a console release, or is this on PC as well?
This is on PC, but it did get released on 360, and I want to say it didn't hit PS3, and it just hit 360, but I don't know. So yeah, you got to be careful in areas like these, because there can definitely be guys that you're not aware of right away.
I'm really liking a lack of radar.
Yeah, there's a way to get a radar, and it's in the stealth. It's in the stealth skill tree, so it really makes these first stealthy areas way more difficult than later on.
So things like radar and other HUD elements, do they try and provide a kind of technological in-game reason, or is it just because video games?
It's mostly just because video games. You can use this to distract guys sometimes. But it's kind of implied that it's Michael Thornton's like skill that's doing it, like
he's gotten better at listening. Yeah.
So this is the second of the 3 hacking minigames. This is lock picking, and this one's my favorite because it requires a really light touch on the analog triggers. It uses the analog triggers of the 360 in a way that actually makes this minigame difficult in sort of a fun way.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. For me and my shaky hands, it's a little more challenging than for most people, probably.
I find most lockpicking minigames very unsatisfying, even the standard ones like Skyrim, etc.
Yeah. Skyrim, I don't like that one very much.
It was the same way in Fallout, but I guess I appreciated it more because you couldn't pick high-level locks unless you were spec'd into it.
Guards at the exit. Try to stay out of sight if
Yeah.
you can.
That guy really should have seen me do that, but oh well.
So is this the sort of...
It was an FMV, or it was a cutscene, so it doesn't count.
Is this the sort of thing where once you kind of get a feel for how the stealth works, it becomes trivialized?
They will, like, guard positions will get more difficult as the game goes along, but you will have more skills with which to deal with them.
Yeah, I know
So
that
it's...
in some stealth-based games, you kind of get used to the way the stealth AI works, and you kind of gain a second sense for how far you can push it, where the vision cones are, etc.
This is a good example of a time when there were guys down there, and I just bypassed them. It's not a good idea to go down there and knock them out. But I would say the patrols get shaken up enough to where you can't really have a sixth sense for that kind of thing.
So it's like you know
behavior gets shaken up enough to where guys will be a bit unpredictable.
You know that you can sneak up on someone, but you don't know there's going to be a guy around the corner or not.
Yeah, there's a way that that you can learn about that, but you still have to be careful. So this is the third minigame, and basically everything is moving except for the parts that aren't moving, and then you want to match up with the parts that aren't moving.
It's kind of like a movie interpretation of checking hash codes.
Yeah. I thought about shooting this guy, but I wasn't close enough for a critical, so I'm just going to let this guy... And this is the awareness power, so once you activate this skill, you can see a little arrow above every guard and see where they're looking. But until you put 5 points into stealth, and that's 30 AP, it's an activated power that has a cooldown.
And then I assume that once you've got it, after that, it's just a permanent heads up.
Yeah. So you do have to earn your radar.
Stay where you are.
All right, Mike, that's enough.
That's enough? I think that's my line. What the hell's going on? Why did you drug me?
We need to get the location of this facility confidential, especially if you got kidnapped and questioned.
Is this place hidden?
Very. Not only does this place not exist, but places that think they know about this place, well, they don't exist either.
That's a little confusing.
Hell of a lot easier than politics.
Let me guess. You're not done hazing me yet.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you some questions, run you through some more tests, then you and I can talk. Face to face. That make you feel better?
It depends on the tests, I guess.
Well, then I guess it depends on how you do on the test, then. Starting with this one. I've been reading and rereading your dossier. Although with your experience, it's more like a pamphlet. Fresh out of Langley. We had to wipe behind your ears before shipping you over.
I think I've got potential, sir, and I'm anxious to prove it.
We'll see. If you gain more experience in the field, you may want to specialize further. But we can leave that until you've got some missions under your belt. That's it. Now I'm gonna let you out of the pen here and meet the rest of the crew.
All right. Is there anything I should know?
Nothing you can't find out on your own, and from the staff here. They'll be running you through the basics of weapons, gadgets, and espionage tactics. When you're cleared on the basics, come find me for your assignment. I won't lie to you, Mike. It's a big one, and dangerous. But I think you're the man for the job. Make the rounds. I'll see you soon.
Great. Just like high school. Take some tests, then chat with the guidance counselor about my future.
Handle their writing.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Nobody
odd.
but fucking Kickstarter.
I could gush about that still.
Yeah, so we're picking up a point in stealth here. It's point of concealment. Concealment just it makes it harder for guys to see you. So you're a little less noisy, a little less visible.
Does that translate into animations and sound effects made by the character?
Not really. It's just a stat thing.
I always have to ask because I really like that stuff.
No weapons past this point.
So we get our trank gun taken by this guy, and I kind of like this guy.
He's, I don't know about the soul patch.
Oh, we're gonna have more than that once we get to our locker.
Oh,
I like these
disguises?
screens. You'll see.
Okay.
I like these screens. They actually have data on them that's plot relevant.
That's the whitest.
There's a lot of detail going on here.
That was one of the whitest terrorists I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, they're being pretty PC about it. I mean, they're trying anyway. So yeah, you can change your appearance at all the safe houses. There isn't a lot of personal options, so I'm just gonna go through them here real quick. Yeah. So, yeah. We're just gonna check out the possibilities here real quick.
That's fine. It shows off the character creator bits.
Now this is my favorite. I love all the different styles of beard. All of them are tempting, but I had to go with a particular one.
No, okay, not the soul patch then.
No, I had to go for the lumberjack.
It's always the best. Trucker. Oh no, it's not a trucker cap.
Pretty close. I was tempted by the swamp hat, but I didn't really want him to come across too much like a Duck Dynasty character, so I went for the beanie.
Always have to have shades of some kind.
I was gonna have shades, but your eyelashes kind of stick out of them annoyingly during cutscenes. It really sucks, so I'm gonna leave them off.
I would never not be able to ignore that.
Yeah, it's really distracting.
Not mandatory. You can turn around and go back to Westridge right now.
So, will changing your appearance between missions have any effect on how you're recognized?
I don't think so. I've never tried that. But this game is the kind of game that's detailed enough that it might. So, all over the place there are email systems you can hack into, and you can get dossier information and insight and stuff from the emails. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to leave it on these emails long enough that we can actually read them.
People can pause. It's fine.
Yeah, you can pause, but I'll tell you, we hear about an arms dealer named Nasri for the first time here, and we learn about the missiles that took down the airliner in the intro a little bit. And then we learn a bit about Thornton's rookie. This email changes based on which class you chose.
Oh, I like that.
So because he's a rookie,
Nigel Winthrop. That's awful.
Yeah, he's a shithead. You'll find out. Basically, this is like a follow the money kind of email. And then this is about Sean Darcy being a creep towards Mina. And not taking no for an answer the way he should.
That's creepy.
Well, we'll find out a little more about that. Now, I really want some candy sweets.
Do they restore your HP?
I really got to get me some candy sweets. Give me some fucking candy sweets. I can't get any candy sweets.
People forget to pick that can up, citizen.
All right, let's go into gadget orientation. You get extra XP for doing these?
Mikey, be with you in a moment. I'm just setting some things up here. I'm Sean Darcy. I'm going to be running you through tech orientation.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Happy to be here. All right, then.
Just busting your chops, new guy. Don't worry about it. You and me should get along fine, even after this. I'm glad you finally showed up. Thought you might have gotten lost on the way here. Or were too busy beating up some more guards.
For someone who's checking the clock, we're sure wasting a lot of time talking.
Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, not a good idea. Hitting the guards, I mean. The ones here have a lot of time on their hands, and that means a lot of time to hold grudges.
I'll keep that in mind, but I wasn't expecting to be drugged and attacked.
A good agent's ready for anything, Mikey. But enough chit-chat. We got a lot of work ahead of us. Well, you do. I'm mostly here as an observer. I'll be doing your evaluation, too.
What's that out there? A used car lot?
A target range for you. For me, more like a shooting gallery. Head out the door there and we'll get started.
All right, then.
That beard, it looks like a fake beard. I really love that.
Back and grab some more. All right, everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite. It's a perennial classic.
Start checking.
Oh, yeah.
They're concussion rounds, so don't be
Grenades don't come in too handy if you're doing a stealth run. And honestly, they don't come in that handy anyway.
Oh, that's a weak grenade.
Well, these are concussion grenades. They're stun grenades.
Oh, okay. That makes way more
Now
sense.
how about something more challenging? Try a ricochet to hit the target behind the wall.
It's not challenging if you
Behind
drop
the
an
target,
angle.
Use the wall for a hook shot.
Yeah, it's really not.
It's pretty straightforward.
If they had made it fade out,
Get one through the window.
like instead of showing exactly where it would go, like if they showed the start of the arc but not the end,
That would,
then
yeah.
it might be a little
Try and
easier,
check one
or a
beneath
little
the
less
truck and
easy.
take out the gas tank.
I gotta say, I like the lighting in this. I assume that's kind of a product of the Mass Effect engine.
Yeah.
See that electronic lock there? Use your EMP grenade to shut it down. Can save you time in the field.
So yeah, you can use EMP grenades to skip hacking.
Is the grenade the only method of getting an EMP burst, or can you get like directional EMP, etc.?
It's shut down.
I think it's the only way. You can set them up on the wall and then have EMP trigger on proximity.
Oh.
You can do that with all the grenades. We're doing that here. These are shock grenades.
That fulfills the kind of space I was thinking about, so that's good.
Yeah.
Shifts for a while.
So this part is timed. And time on these orientation missions is the major factor of whether you'll succeed or fail.
I just kind of thought of something. In that intro sequence where you have the option to shoot people, like, are you killing them?
No, they're
Okay,
trank ammo. Yeah, that would be,
Interesting recruitment tactics.
yeah. Oops. Well, we can just punch this guy, technically.
Give him a punch.
Yeah, we don't have to use the gadgets. Does make it a lot easier, though.
The doc.
Pissed. All right, all done. Head on up, Mike. I'll give you a breakdown on your performance.
So all of these 3 first orientation missions come with a score, and as long as you get over 100, or 100 or more, you'll get a bonus mission.
You know, that performance wasn't half bad. Almost as good as my record. How about we up the stakes? Take this to the big leagues.
What do you have in mind?
Alright, me and the guards, who you already met when you woke up, pooled our petty cash. And we'd like to make you a little bet.
All right. I'm listening.
It's a rematch. On our terms. It's simple. Disable all the alarms and escape the area in the time provided. And you take home the winnings. If you lose, you'll owe us. Got it?
Sounds good to me.
Just head into the range and we'll get to it, Mikey.
All right, then. Tell your team to get ready.
These guys are real shitheads. Well, Sean Darcy specifically is a gigantic shithead.
But on their terms.
So this mission is a bit fucked up.
All you need to do is shut
Well,
them
you'll
down.
see. I sped it up
Guards are gonna
because
try to reset them. Every
it's
time
super
an alarm
fucking
goes
boring.
off, another
If you
squad's
know how to
coming in.
cheese it, and
They
cheesing it
all
is
want a shot,
almost
trust me.
mandatory.
Alarm goes off enough times.
So basically, you got to disable the alarms 3
You have
times,
the technology to beat 'em. So let's see even the odds.
and they give you a gadget called a radio mimic, and you can use this on the field to disable alarms remotely. So we're just gonna skip past because I'm just wasting time.
So
The radio mimic has a cooldown.
the radio mimic, I'm guessing, allows you to spoof a guard and say all clear?
Yeah, exactly. So once you use it 3 times, there's guards out there, but you just don't want to go out there, right?
Right.
So you just
They might have you
hang out in the room that you start in and use the radio mimic 3 times and you win.
The alarm keeps going off. No, it's fine.
Pretty thorough. Made a real mess of things. In a good way.
That's all I need. See you in the field, Darcy.
If you say so, Mikey.
So that's it for episode 1. We're gonna tackle the rest of the orientation missions in episode 2.
Great, and I found that I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting what that was at all. So I'm glad you didn't really tell me much about it.
Yeah, I wanted to get your blind reactions, so we'll continue to do that.
And I would say I would consider this to be kind of a lost gem so far, unless things start to fall apart.
Yeah, the people who know about it really like it, but like tons of people don't know about it.
That's Sega.
Yeah, and like lost Obsidian games too.